Welcome back, guys. Should you sell your Bitcoin now that it's at this all-time high? If we were to ask the most interesting man in the world, he would say, you'd probably have instant regret. At least at the moment, we know there will be a retracement at some point. When that point is, I don't know. If I could tell you, I would. We'd all get rich. We could make a lot of money off that. But who knows when it's going to be? Could happen right now. It could happen at 5,000. Could happen at 6,000, 7,000. Only time will tell. But if we have a look at the market, in case you didn't know, if you guys click on View All on this page, it'll show you a little bit more information. On the right-hand side is the percentage difference in the last 7 days. Bitcoin up 24%, nearly 25% in the last 7 days. Now, you would really struggle to find that on any stock on the FTSE 100. Good luck in trying to find a stock that will give you 25% returns in under a week. That's absolutely insane. Just continue rising. We could describe what's happening with Bitcoin as investor relief, where investors have a lot more confidence in Bitcoin. It came through the hard fork. It was stronger for it. The worst thing that could possibly happen, at least at the moment, happened. And most people profited off it. Most people got 10% of their current investment in Bitcoin Cash. And if we have a look at Bitcoin Cash, it's down 13% almost, but you could still describe it as having a very successful launch. It just came into existence 2 weeks ago, and it's sitting at number 4. That's insane, nearly at 5 billion market cap. So according to these statistics, it's still about 70% more profitable to mine on the Bitcoin chain than it is on the Bitcoin Cash's chain, at least for the moment. However, because Bitcoin, which Bitcoin Cash also has, a difficulty emergency adjustment, in the future the difficulty to mine Bitcoin Cash will be significantly reduced, and at its current total market cap, it could prove to be one day just as profitable as Bitcoin to mine, if not more so. And as we've seen in the past, coins with a lot of mining behind it, a lot of hash power, generally have the money behind it as well. Now, having a look at the other gainers in the last 7 days, we can see a huge standout, IOTA, at 101%. It doubled in a week. Why did that happen? I think more and more people are learning about this sleeping giant, which it absolutely is. In case you're not aware, IOTA solves 2 problems that Bitcoin currently faces. The problem of slow transactions, especially based on the more and more people that use it, it just gets bogged down. And second, the high transaction fees. IOTA solves these 2 by 1, having transaction cost free transactions. And the more people that use a network, known as the tangle, not a blockchain, it speeds up. It's kind of overkill, right? It hasn't just solved the issues. They've overkilled the issues. They've gone as far as to make transactions free, as far as more people that use it, the faster it is. It's just ridiculous. Now, IOTA is decentralized. However, there's one company in Germany that runs on donations that are looking to improve the network, and they have this roadmap. This roadmap is one of the longest and most exciting that you can have a look at. I'll leave a link to this in the description. There are so many up-and-coming things, like being able to run on more programming languages. But let me just scroll to the bottom to some of the big projects that are coming up in the future. The Flash Network. Flash Network, you could say, is quite like the Lightning Network, but apparently theirs will be more secure. Masked authenticating messaging that will be totally encrypted and not accessible by anyone else except the sender and the receiver. And it's not clear whether or not this will be limited to just text messages, but it could be all sorts of data, voice messages, files, who knows, but that is a huge industry. Private transactions, which is a huge industry. How huge of an industry? If we have a look at Monero, apparently it's $716 million of an industry. People like their private transactions. That's on the roadmap. And lastly, oracles. Oracles are a little bit hard to explain. Essentially, the Oracle machine will allow some rudimentary smart contracts to run on the IOTA Tangle, or their blockchain, the Tangle. Stuff like I mean, it's very hard to describe what you can do with smart contracts. I think even the developers of Ethereum would struggle. A lot of people say, oh, it's Internet 2.0. It'll be able to do this. It'll revolutionize that. It'll reduce fees for companies if they just use smart contracts and all that stuff. But for the moment, let's say a transaction could be voted on. And depending on the result, transaction could go through or not. That's one example of a rudimentary smart contract. That's one development that IOTA is looking to implement. As for other big gainers, NEO. We've touched on NEO. I think NEO has a lot of market attention and everyone is aware that it's basically the Chinese Ethereum. I know that's an oversimplification. It has certain advantages over Ethereum, but a lot of people are aware of what it is. Now, another huge gainer, another over 100% gainer in the last 7 days, OmiseGo or OMG coin. Now, a lot of you have been telling me to check out OMG coin. And it is good. You guys are very good at picking coins. Now, OmiseGo is the cryptocurrency of an existing business known as Omise. Omise is a payment handling service, and at current valuation, they handle roughly $500 million of transactions per day. So they're quite an established leader in payment transactions, and they're moving on into cryptocurrencies. Now, one of the reasons OmiseGo is growing as quickly as it is because it's already a very established payment processor. So essentially, the theory is that their cryptocurrency can form on the back end of their existing services and already service the existing companies that use their platform using their coin, so to receive very fast market adoption. So for example, McDonald's in Thailand with 240 different locations are going to start accepting OmiseGo as a payment option. And this is seen as just the beginning. If their cryptocurrency can get implemented on the back end of their existing payment platform for Omise, there would be a lot more companies that could join in using this cryptocurrency. This is what's seen OmiseGo rocket into top 20, top 15 now, huge gainer. And TenX as well. Amongst all these red, there are a few coins with massive, massive gains. TenX is one of them. A lot of people have been asking me to have a look at this coin. And let me play you a clip.
Okay, so right now our wallet is linked to Bitcoin as our payment source, and we are going to switch it to Ethereum.
Payment? Here you go.
How good is that? I have goosebumps watching that. That is amazing. I need that. That would be so useful. I don't know what more I could say. And on to the news. A Goldman Sachs top analyst has predicted Bitcoin will reach $4,800, which would be an 11% increase on its current valuation. Wow. Amazing news. I'm not going to waste your time with that. They essentially don't know what they're talking about. That's such an easy call to make. They don't know. You don't know, I don't know. I just have good reasons to feel like it will go up. But any top tier analysts saying that it's going to grow, I think we all knew that. And in other news, blockchain could be used to revolutionize education, or at least the qualifications that you get from education, by having them on a distributed ledger that everyone else can see, that automatically get applied, immutable, trust-based. This is either a really good thing or a really bad thing. So if you're like me, you've never oversold yourself on your CV. You've never over-highlighted a truth or over-expanded it or made anything up. This will be good for those people, and it'd be bad for anybody else that does do that. But interesting to see more blockchain adoption. It is a technology of the future. There is a digital revolution coming. We are part of a very, very small minority that are here in the early stages. It is still early. It is still really early. Well done on being here. Thank you for watching. And we just crossed 4,000 subscribers. Now, I used to say back in the early days, we just hit 20. Thank you so much for everyone that subscribed. We just hit 30. Thank you. We just hit 40. And I haven't done that in a while, simply because it kind of felt weird to say, oh, thank you for 3,100. And then later that day I was at 32. But honestly, let me bring up the mic. It means so much to me. Every single subscriber, every comment, every like makes me feel like I'm appreciated. I'm just kidding with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all your support. This show will continue going, and I will see you in the next one.